The family wanted to ensure the safety of each of you during the early stages of the conflict. If you were really to lead a large number of blood warriors now to attack the rest of your brothers, it would be contrary to the family's original intention of allowing the blood warrior to participate in the inheritance war. That's the family's miscalculation. What does it have to do with me? It really was the family's miscalculation over the years. The Yang family blood warriors have participated in the inheritance war many times, but never once had a situation like this occurred. You've accomplished something all us old men admire. Elder, please don't beat a dead horse. This disciple can't. I have already explained our reasons. Most of the blood warriors around you must be recalled to the family. This is clearly the family trying to suppress me. Isn't the family afraid that if they do this they will suffer the ridicule of this world's people? You elders should have some awareness. The inheritance war is an age-old tradition. It's not some child's game where the rules can be bent and broken whenever you wish. Impudence! How dare talk back to this old master? Do you want to rebel? Since Elder is in the wrong, why can't this junior point it out? What have I said that isn't the truth? You, Yang Kai, restrain your anger. This time, it really is the family that is in the wrong. After all, we didn't think anyone could gain the support of so many blood warriors, but what Yang Zhen said is also reasonable. If you think about it. If you were to win the inheritance war with just blood warriors, would that bring you any honor or glory? Whether it is glory or disgrace, that's a matter for the Elder Hall to care about. As for the next inheritance war, that's none of my concern. I gathered all these blood warriors not by relying on threats, coercion, or any other kind of despicable method. They served me willingly of their own volition. In short, if the family wants to recall the blood warriors supporting me, I firmly refuse. If the family insists on doing this, then I'll withdraw from this inheritance war. You dare threaten us? If the elders wish to think so, so be it. If the rules can be changed at any time to suit whatever whim you have, then the inheritance war is nothing more than a child's game. I have no patience to participate in such a farce. Good day. Stop right there. Yang Kai. Don't be in such a rush, I'll speak with you. Greetings, great uncle. Greetings, patriarch. Everyone sit. Elder Zhen, please come here. Elder Zhen, your temper hasn't changed after so many years. After so many years, I'm afraid I can't change it. Looking at this situation, you should have already informed Yang Kai, correct? Yes. This was the family's mistake. On behalf of the family, great uncle should apologize to you. Junior doesn't dare accept. I know you are still unconvinced, but this is the decision of the family. It cannot be changed. From now on, the inheritance war will also have a rule that every young lord may never have more than 2 blood warriors supporting them. That is to say, even if I later defeat my brothers, I cannot gather the blood warriors currently serving them. Indeed. Blood warriors are too powerful, especially when they use their mad tyrant blood skill. You should have experienced this already. Ha ha. So this rule was created specifically for me? I don't know if I should feel honored or not. In short, my mood right now is a complex. It's not aimed just at you. Previously, the elders of the family were also somewhat worried that you would gather all the blood warriors to your side like this, but at the time everyone generally felt it was impossible. However, how that you've actually accomplished this, we have no choice but to wrong you like this. Not to mention the people from Medicine King's Valley and Treasure Instrument sect you recruited have already given you a big advantage. All the other Yang family young lords jointly protested, but the family did not interfere because that was your own personal connection. But the situation, if different with the blood walkaway, they serve the Yang family, so him participating is not due to your personal connection. The family is fair, since we must recall most of the blood warriors serving you, you will naturally be compensated. What do you desire? Speak. As long as the family is capable of accomplishing it, we will not let you suffer. I do have a request. For my Grand Master and High Heaven Pavilion's good name to be restored, High Heaven Pavilion is not evil, only the Demon Lord is. That is my only request. If Patriarch can promise me this, not just agreeing to the blood warriors supporting me being recalled, I can even quit the inheritance war right now. Patriarch. So the biggest purpose of your participation in inheritance war is this, correct? Indeed. Only the Patriarch of the Yang family has the ability to clear High Heaven Pavilion's name. I do have the ability to restore High Heaven Pavilion's name. But if I were to agree to your request right now, I'm afraid that the world will misunderstand and believe I am using this condition to let you give up the inheritance war, so I refuse. Still, the blood warriors must be recalled, and your loss is something the family will still compensate for. Put forward a different request. I have come here today specifically to handle this matter. I want all the blood warriors who follow me now, and all those who pledge to serve me from now on. I want all the blood warriors who follow me now, and all those who pledge to serve me from now on, to belong solely to me. This request is too unreasonable. I only have this request. Whether you agree to it or not, Patriarch, that is your decision to make. More than half of those blood warriors still won't be allowed to participate in the inheritance war. What use is their loyalty to you? I naturally have uses for it. Good, I accept. Patriarch, you can't, it's fine. Yang Kai is also a Yang family member. Even if the blood warrior belonged to him, they still belong to the Yang family. Although that's true, still, enough. This time, everything is the fault of the family. Since I have accepted your request, I hope you can make good use of these blood warriors. The family spent a great deal to cultivate them after all. I know. Many thanks, great uncle. But you must choose 2 blood warriors to be involved in the inheritance war. Once you've made your choice, the others may not contribute anything from now on. Right now? Right now. Then I choose Ingjiu and Tang Yuxian. N, very decisive. That is how a Yang family man should be. Our business here is concluded then. Return to War City as soon as possible. Junior will take his leave. Go. Little Lord. Seems like it didn't go well, Yang Yingteng residence. Since Little Lord came out of the Elder Hall, he has been upset. Little Lord, ha 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 ha. After suffering such a big loss, of course I should show others an aggrieved expression. If I were to look excited, I'm afraid the elders would become suspicious. Although the family's orders had a detrimental effect on Little Lord's progress in the inheritance war, in the long run, Little Lord would undoubtedly be the biggest winner. Young Lady Chiu. Little Lord is back. Yang Kai, what? Summon everyone to the main hall. I have something that I need to say. I have good news and bad news. Which would you like to hear first? Since there's both good and bad, then let's hear the bad news first. It can't be worse than the news we received this morning. This morning? The bad news is that only 2 of the blood warriors who have pledged their support to me will be allowed to participate in the inheritance war. What? On what grounds? That's right, how could they do this? Does your Yang family think this is some kind of child's play? Can they just alter the rules of inheritance war so haphazardly? If this is put in place, the gap in strength between us and the others has been shortened greatly. Yang Kai, didn't you resist your Yang family Elder Hall's decision? These blood warriors all willingly came to support you. Are you really going to let them be recalled for some bullshit reason? Enough, everyone calm down. What's the good news? The good news has nothing to do with you. It doesn't even have anything to do with the inheritance war. It's solely about me. From now on, all the blood warriors here, and those that pledge their support to me in the future, will become loyal only to me. Loyal only to you? Seriously? Did the Yang family really agree to that? Yes. In the short term, this is indeed bad news for the inheritance war, but in the long term it is quite beneficial for you. The family probably agreed to my condition because they felt pressured to give me some kind of appropriate answer. If it weren't for them meddling in things like this, one wouldn't have been able to fish up such a big advantage. Did something happen last night? What is the bad news young Master Ho was talking about? Nothing gets past you, and I was just going to tell you about it. Like you, I also have good news and bad news. Which one do you want to listen to first? The bad news. Yang Ying forfeited. What happened? I don't know what the specific situation is. It said that your second brother went to Yang Ying's mansion alone and talked with him well into the night. He must have promised him some kind of generous benefits and conditions in exchange for Yang Ying forfeiting. Last night really brought great storms. What's the good news? Come in. Wu Ju. Food Song. Greet little lord. I assume you heard everything I said? Subordinates indeed heard. From now on we will be in little lord's care. As will I be in yours. Subordinates will retire. What do you plan to do now? Observe the situation. All of you can leave. Subordinate retires. The thing is of you 9, I can only choose 2 to participate in the inheritance war. Ing Jiao has been responsible for my personal safety all this time, and when it comes to concealment and assassination, no one can compare, so I chose him as for Tang Yuxian. Her proficiency in soul skills is unparalleled among all the blood warriors, so I also chose her. I hope you don't have any complaints. Subordinates don't dare. All right, there is nothing else. You can go back first. Yuxian, you stay. Yuxian, everyone is not an outsider. I have something to discuss with you. Little lord, please speak. Yuxian is listening. This. I don't know how to say it. You can just feel it. Be careful, little lord. Is this your own divine sense? Not bad. I see. The divine sense that eclipsed Yang Tai's mansion that night was little lord's lord. You are only at true element boundary 9th stage, so how could you? I don't know. Your skills and soul skill are better than most. I want to learn from you. For example, how did you open your own knowledge? See. Subordinate also can't say clearly. Subordinate, remember that I took some precious treasure for my divine soul. If this is not clear, then little lord, allow this subordinate to demonstrate. I still remember the situation at the time. Demonstrate. How? Enter my knowledge. See. Little lord, look carefully. I will begin the demonstration now. Yuxian. Does little lord understand? Thank you for this. Little lord is polite. Such a small task should be expected by his subordinates. What happened? There is movement. Little lord? Little lord. Since you're here, why hide it? Show yourself to me. This is. Little lord is here. What happened? Young master, that person came. A woman? Girl, reveal yourself. I just have some questions to ask. I hope that you can comply. Humph. I'll give you 10 breaths of time to appear. Think about it. 10 breaths have passed. Do it. If she dares to resist, it doesn't matter if you kill her. Bind. Hang, you think this is enough to capture me? Want to run again? Keep dreaming. Hee, this old master knew she would use this trick. Capture. This, how sure are you? This old master's methods, well, just wait and see. War City went in, how vexing, actually setting up such a big trap for me. Shameless. I didn't want to do anything bad, I just wanted to look for someone, and yet, humph. Ah. Yang Kai's house, young master, if you please. Young master, this is old servant's special soul-binding curse. This doll has been connected with that little girl's spiritual essence. As long as you manipulate this doll, no matter how far away that girl is, be it thousands or even tens of thousands of kilometers, she will experience the same thing. What happens if I twist off this thing's head? That girl will die. Not bad. Not bad. Young master. Since you've come, why not show yourself? Humph. As timid as a mouse. Show your true face. A rat like you isn't qualified to see this young lady's face. Unless you let those 2 beside you leave first. Young master. It's all right. Then old servant and Ingio will wait outside. If young master has any instructions, just call out. Don't mess with my young master, or your future will be miserable. It seems like you're not very strong. Stronger than you at least. This woman actually responded to his simple taunting. How old is she? Now, as you wished, my 2 guards have left. Show your true face. Haha, you just want to see me? Right. I'll give you a chance. Hand over that thing in your hand. And if I say no? All the people who angered this young lady have never had a good end. Young master won't suffer any harm. If something happens to him, you'll pay with your life. In terms of loyalty, this old master is no worse than you. Don't worry, the one who is in danger is that woman, daring to threaten young master. Her end will certainly be miserable. Pew pew pew. Get up. Don't act like I'm forcing myself on you. I have no interest in old women. Who is an old woman? What do you want? Immortal Ascension Boundary 8th Stage. I asked you, what are you doing here? What have I done to you? Why are you torturing me like this? I just came here to find someone. I haven't done anything bad. Why are you treating me like this? Find someone? Who are you looking for? I'm not telling you. How old are you? I'm not telling you this either. A woman's age is her biggest secret. Old demon. Old servant is here. Seal this woman's true chi, strip her, and tie her up outside the house. Yes. Don't come near me. You think you can run? Ah. Pew pew pew. Your very existence makes me nervous. You seem to have some special abilities that are beyond my control. For people like you, the best course of action would be to immediately execute you. What? Really? Therefore, what I ask, you answer. If there is anything that makes me dissatisfied, you understand? What is your name? Shui Ling. Where are you from? Water Spirit Temple. Water Spirit Temple? Don't bother, you don't know about my Water Spirit Temple. How do I know you're not just making up a name to fool me? I haven't, it's just that you're nothing but a frog at the bottom of a well. Water Spirit Temple, there is indeed such a force. You don't have to investigate this point further. When the time is right, I'll tell you about it. All right. However, since this little girl is from the Water Spirit Temple, you must treat her carefully, otherwise it will bring disaster to your young family. How could some secluded force have such capability? Age? Can I not tell? 19 years old. A 19-year-old Immortal Ascension Boundary 8th Stage Master. As how old are you? 18 this year. Really? You don't act like it. But your aptitude is only decent. Eh? If I have time, I must go visit your Water Spirit Temple and take a look at younger generation. Depending on you? I'm afraid you have no such qualifications. My saying your aptitude is decent only means for this place. Over there you wouldn't count for anything. Where is there? Humph. I know you don't believe my words. I won't tell you. To your Water Spirit Temple, I'll definitely go. I still have a few questions. After you ask them, can I leave? Do as you like. Then hurry up and ask. Who were you looking for? I don't know her name. She always wears a veil, so I don't know how she looks like either. Why are you looking for her? Her physique is strange, and her qualifications are better than yours, so I wanted to recruit her into my Water Spirit Temple. What are you doing? How do you know that her physique is strange? What? If it weren't for the doll in your hands, I won't be afraid of you. Speak. I just know. How do you know? I knew the moment she entered the city that day. When one saw her, I just know. It may be because her physique is similar to mine. You also have a special constitution? What is your special constitution? Water Spirit Body. What kind of special abilities do you possess? I can transform my body into flowing water. Is this the extent of your abilities? Hey. What? Shameless. I didn't mean to, and I didn't feel anything. I was only curious about your ability. Let's just forget this. I'll remember you. Is there anything else you want to ask? If there's nothing else, I'll take my leave now. Go ahead. My hair, give it back to me. That's impossible. You can go. I won't stop you, but this thing must remain with me because I have no way of knowing if what you've told me is true or not, nor do I know if you'll try to act against me or my allies. How can you be like this? As long as you have that doll, you can control whether I live or die. Even if you let me leave, where can I go? Anywhere. As long as you don't try to make trouble in my house, the sky is infinite, just go wherever you please. Of course, if you're willing to work for me, I'll happily welcome you. Work for you? You think you have the qualifications? If you don't like the sound of that, then call it cooperation. As long as you are willing to stay, anything is open to discussion. Who would want to stay here? I hope I never see you again. He didn't chase me? Why did he let me leave? Such an infuriating man. That damn beep, sooner or later I'll make him pay for this. Young master, why did you just let that girl leave? Her unique talents would be of great use to you. Strongly squeezed melon isn't sweet. With this, I have the ability to force her to stay, but what about after that? If she were to suddenly retaliate and stir up chaos, who could suppress her? Not to mention, as long as I have this, she won't stay too far away from me. When I want to make use of her, do you really think she'll have any choice? Young master is wise. A 19-year-old immortal ascension boundary 8th stage. What kind of force is this water spirit temple that could cultivate such a genius? The next day, Yang Kai announced he would enter secluded retreat to prepare for his breakthrough to the immortal ascension boundary. Chiu Yimeng took over the control of the mansion's affairs. Roast chicken and wine, make it quick. What do you want to order, young sir? Ha ha ha. Now the situation of the inheritance war is really confusing. What do you think? But, isn't Ninth Young Lord only has 2 blood warriors available? Although he have a great advantage in financial and material resources. Hope Scams, however, Second Young Lord, has surpassed him in terms of manpower. And any rash actions now would only give his enemies opportunities to strike back. What do you mean? I heard Chiu Yimeng to lead people to harass the Second Young Lord. As for the eldest brother, he is completely behind. Yang Kai and Yang Zhao, who do you think will attack the eldest brother first? Can't say. Attacking Yang Wei would definitely cost them a great price and weaken their forces. No matter who eliminates Yang Wei, the 2 blood warriors beside him wouldn't be able to provide any assistance in the inheritance war. While any of his remaining allies would definitely choose to support the one who didn't attack them, thus bolstering the enemy's forces. It is for these very reasons that although Yang Wei is the weakest of the 3, he was also the safest. What you say makes sense. Time flew by and soon 2 months had passed. War City had been completely silent for 2 months after the last turbulent shuffle. Occasionally, the remaining 3 parties would have some small-scale skirmishes, but facing the mutual constraint of each other. The cultivators from the various forces participating in the inheritance war were zealously cultivating. After more than 2 months of development, although Yang Kai's forces hadn't expanded, their overall strength had grown several steps. Every day, there would be many cultivators breaking through their bottlenecks and promoting to the next stage. You also broke through your bottleneck? Yes, thanks to the mysterious grade pills every day. Aha! I was stuck in my cultivation for more than 7 or 8 years. I never thought I would break through to the immortal ascension boundary 3rd stage in this lifetime. True element boundary 9th stage. I'm 1 step away from the immortal ascension boundary. Just a little bit more. A little bit. Who? It's me. There's a man named Pang Chi here who wants to see you. He wouldn't say anything specific, only telling me to relay 3 words to you. We've found them. Where is he? The main hall. Little Lord. The people Little Lord has been searching for. Where? About 5,000 kilometers northwest from War City. There is a small village surrounded by mountains where they seem to have secluded themselves in. How certain are you? Almost 100%. Although we haven't made any direct contact with them, according to Little Lord's previous description, they should be the ones you are seeking for. Undoubtedly, the village is a newly built one that appeared roughly 1 year ago. This is a map of the place drawn by my theosophist is a map drawn by my subordinates. I hope it will be of use to Little Lord in hopes that it will help the Little Lord. Good. You have done very well. This village. It's not far from the position where I and Grand Master had once emerged from the Void Corridor. Yang Kai, are you looking for someone? What kind of people are they? Members from my sect. Members from your sect? Since you've found them, what do you want to do? Go pick them up. Absolutely not. What do you mean? Don't lose your temper, just listen to what I have to say first. High Heaven Pavilion is still Discriminator and Evil Sect, the one which produced the current Demon Lord. Right now they haven't been exposed to the world, but if you were to bring them to War City now, their identities would definitely become public knowledge. Do you think your eldest brother and second brother won't try to take advantage of such a situation to publicly criticize and discredit you? Bionically now that every action you take relates closely to the situation of the inheritance war. Your young family inheritance war has been going on for almost a year now. I'm certain that even though those people from your sect are hiding in the mountains, they would have received news of this. Since they already know, yet haven't taken the initiative to come to War City, they obviously don't want to cause problems for you. I understand that, but that just means the need to bring them here is even greater. They are currently living in seclusion, but since they can be found by people from the Bamboo Knot Gang, they can certainly be found by others as well. Do you insist on bringing them here? Yes. This isn't open to discussion. Okay, then I'll make the trip. No, I'll go. No. What are you thinking? I'm just going there to bring some people back, not to fight. All I have to do is sneak out and sneak back, don't? What if your movements are exposed? You may not care about what happens to you, but at least consider what would happen to all your allies here. If you have an accident now, how are you going to face them? And whose fault do you think all of this is in the first place? What? No, nothing. Ahem. Subordinate has matters to attend to back at the gang's headquarters and will take his leave now. Little Lord, you can't. You must stay here for a few days. Yes, I understand. Your subordinates will. I remember when I went to High Heaven Pavilion with Xiao Man, under the coiling dragon stream, I saw you were very close to a woman. Are you thinking about her? And what about Xianing Chang? Your relationship with her doesn't seem normal. Are you saying I can't have two women? Shameless. You're no different from that delinquent Hu Xingchen. Why are all men like this? At the same time, Yang Zhao's mansion. Second young lord, there's some news about that matter. Oh? Peng Chi of the Central Capital's Bamboo Knot Gang seems to have arrived in War City today. But after he arrived in your ninth brother's mansion, he has yet to leave. Hasn't left? Has there been any movement at ninth brother's mansion? Nothing so far. No movement is right. Second young lord, I don't quite understand. No movement means that he's already moved. Ninth brother and Ingjio should already have left. Ingjio is proficient in concealment and assassination. If you wanted to sneak into or out of War City, our people not noticing wouldn't be strange. What about the Little Lord? Does he also have such ability? I'd rather not believe it, but it's entirely possible ninth brother has this ability. When he attacked fifth brother's house, eldest brother brought his people to contain me. Did you ever wonder why? Obviously, he had reached an agreement with Little Lord. That's exactly the problem. None of us know when ninth brother formed an all-acme with eldest brother. That means he has the ability to go to eldest brother's house and talk to us for an extended period of time without our knowledge. If he hadn't gone personally, petite brother would never have creed. Since he could do that then, obviously me can do so now. Not to mention, Pang Chi, not leaving ninth brother's compound clearly indicates he knows some important piece of informational and has temporarily been detained there. If he didn't know something of vital significance, Pang Chi should have left already. Whether he is looking for someone or looking for something, the only problem is I don't know where ninth brother went. If I knew that, whether he is looking for someone or looking for something, it's definitely of great value to Little Lord. Now, it seems he's finally received the news he wants. If that's the case, we can use this to our advantage. Go on. Second young lord, do you want me to go back to the central capital and ask someone from Bamboo Knot Gang? Bamboo Knot Gang, as far as I know, since surrendering to ninth brother they have annexed many small forces, but Pang Chi's management skills are somewhat lacking, so their interior power structure isn't united. Especially when it comes to the second in command, Mu Nan Do, who joined later. He shouldn't be convinced serving Pang Chil or that loyal to ninth brother. Seek him out. And if he doesn't cooperate? There's no need for me to tell you that. This needs to be handled swiftly. Leave now. I hope to have accurate information by tomorrow afternoon at the latest. Little Lord has been traveling non-stop for a day and night. He doesn't look tired at all. Just how much true chi is stored in Little Lord's body. Such a great area they've found. Little Lord, do you want to split up and search separately? No need. As long as I'm close enough, I'll be able to sense them. Here is the map. Take a look at it. Don't be discouraged, Little Lord, we will find them. All right, let's go. After an hour. Follow me. Little Lord. This is. Senior brother, this is. Go, tell Marshal Uncle to come here, quickly. Marshal Nephew. How did you find us here? Aren't you supposed to be participating in the inheritance war in War City? There's no need to worry. Disciple has been looking for your whereabouts for some time now. A few days ago, after finally receiving some accurate information, I decided to come find everyone. Sorry we made Marshal Nephew worried. Brother. Su Mu. I haven't seen Su Mu for a year and his cultivation has actually risen to true element boundary 5th stage. Marshal Nephew, who is this person behind you? Ingjio, a Yang family blood warrior. Come inside and talk. Then that must mean you don't know that the sect has already been rebuilt. The sect has been rebuilt? And it should be fully rebuilt by now, but for the time being, it's not a good idea to hang the sect sign. Right now, High Heaven Pavilion can only be regarded as a private industry that belongs to me, Marshal Nephew. Such thoughts are enough. Only you can accomplish such a matter. We old men are incompetent and must trouble Marshal Nephew with this burden. This is what disciples should do. Has there been any word from Sect Master or the elders since you settled here? Unfortunately, there hasn't. We've sent out people every month to inquire about them, but even now, we haven't discovered Sect Master and the elders' whereabouts. Here's no need to worry. Sect Master is already an above immortal ascension boundary master. There aren't many people in this world who can hurt him. The reason I came this time was to let Marshal Uncles as well as fellow brothers and sisters come back to War City with me. We didn't want to disturb you during this important time lest we become a source of trouble. We still bear the stigma of an evil sect. Anyone who dares won't live long. Sorry for the trouble. Marshal Nephew. Disciple will take his leave first. Then, about Su Yan, yes, I actually forgot about that. Su Mu will know about that. Su Mu. Disciple is here. Lead your senior brother Yang to the frozen ice cave. Yes. Brother, come with me. Ingjio, stay here. Frozen ice cave? What kind of place is that? It's the place where Big Sister cultivates. It's partly because we discovered the frozen ice cave that was so perfectly suited to Big Sister's cultivation that we decided to settle here. The last time I went to see Big Sister, she said she was going to enter secluded retreat. I don't know if she has exited yet or not. Brother, you go inside on your own. This damned place is too cold for me. This is the energy from Su Yan's body. It's all right, you go back. Hee, brother-in-law, take your time. Ugh. Sigh, even if you're happy I've come, you shouldn't have gotten so excited. You almost hurt yourself. Yang. Su Mu. Are you done? Wait. There are still a few more cloths. It's been 2 days. Brother does have stamina. Yang Kai, forgive me, I can't. Then we'll pause here for now. We can always battle again later. It's all your fault, we haven't even cultivated yet. There's no time to cultivate now, just wait till we get back. You're about to break through to the immortal ascension boundary? Almost, it's all thanks to the elixir you gave me. Now get off me and wear your clothes. They are waiting, even if there are excellent external conditions. If one doesn't have a solid enough foundation, they still won't be able to excel. You reaching such a height in such a short time is the result of your own talent and hard work. It seems like they've already waited more than 2 days anyway. It won't matter if they wait a bit longer. Do you want to take it away? Can you take away this ice crystal bed? Stand aside. Watch. Where is it? I also have an artifact that can store things, and the space inside it is much bigger than the universe bags. No wonder. How much longer are they going to take? Where is Martial Nephew? Is he? Elder, why isn't Yan Kai back yet? I asked Su Mu to go to the entrance of the cave, but there is still no news. Martial uncles, senior brother Yang, and elder sister are back. Okay, you go and inform everyone else. Martial uncle. Martial nephew, you finally returned. You've let us wait quite a while. Why does it feel like all of my martial uncles had suddenly become quite friendly? Everyone is ready, so if martial nephew has no other business to attend to, since you're prepared, we can leave now. Good, depart. Little lord. What happened? Nothing. This is Ingjio, he is protecting me. Hello there. Greeting young Lada Su, this young lady, she's extraordinary. Is this really just a second-class sect? At the same time, nearly 3,000 kilometers away from War City. It's been more than 2 days. Brother Kong, is the information second young lord gathered really accurate? How could Yan Kai act so recklessly? Brother Chio, just be patient. Since second young lord deployed us here, there's definitely no problem with his information. This the only way to return to the War City. We will be setting up an ambush for Yan Kai here. Brother Kong seems to admire the second young lord quite a bit. I'm not afraid to admit to Brother Chio that, in fact, when the Inheritance War started, I wanted to form an alliance with the second young lord, because I felt that with his methods and strength he would ultimately become the biggest winner. Oh? Then why did Brother Kong choose to ally with the seventh young lord? Second young lord chose Yi Xin Ro from Yi family, so I could only choose someone else. Beauties always has some advantages. And beauties, especially ones as stunning as Yi Xin Ro, are always favored by us men. This information was obtained by that woman when she went to the central capital. Against the Yi family's first young lady, what kind of resistance could a trivial subsect master of an underground force put up 7 as long as he was offered a little incentive? I'm sure he'd have sold her his soul. Even if Yan Kai is quite smart, he probably couldn't have imagined that such a little clue would allow second young lord to infer that he had left War City. No one is perfect. Yan Kai is also about the same age as us. If he could do everything perfectly, what point would there be in us still living? Young Master Xiang, young Master Nan, will be relying on the masters of your families to handle Ingjio by Yan Kai's side. Happy to oblige. This time we've both brought a peak immortal ascension boundary master specifically to tie down Ingjio. As long as I can obtain revenge for the loss of my fingers, when I become patriarch of the Nan family, pledge to follow any command the second young lord decrees. 1 day later. Report. Roughly about 100 people are approaching and would arrive within half an hour. Prepare for battle. If we can take down Yan Kai here. After returning Holt, second young lord will definitely grant everyone rich rewards, so bring out all of your strength and absolutely do not underestimate the end day. Should we launch a sneak attack? Since our scouts could discover them, they must have noticed us as well. Trying to sneak attack them is impossible. We should face them head on. I want Yan Kai to regret ever offending me, Nan Sheng. And we'll defeat them fair and square. After today, there will be no Yan Kai in the inheritance war. Where did I screw up that revealed my whereabouts? The problem must be with someone else besides Pang Chi in the Bamboo Knot gang. Looks like when I return to War City, I would have to clean up the house. Martial uncles, you may have to fight. You don't have to worry about me, just focus on protecting the other disciples of the section. Can we avoid them? They've already noticed us and have come prepared. We can't escape. After the incident more than a year ago, we never had a good fight. We will finally have a chance today. Your fists have become soft after this much time. After the last disaster, only 100 or so disciples had chosen to live and die together with the section. These brave few, after High Heaven Pavilion's name was restored, would become the foundation of its rebirth. Therefore, absolutely no harm can come to them. Since they dared to do this, they must be certain of their ability to win. At the very least, they were confident of stalling Ingjiu. Chiu Yimeng would certainly have noticed, since second brother had deployed so much manpower. Yan Kai, stay behind me. Brother Kong, is my second brother not here with as well? Ninth young lord, it's been too long. Second young lord is quite busy right now and unfortunately couldn't be here, so he requested brother Chio and myself to entertain ninth young lord. I hope brother Kai won't take offense. My second brother didn't bother coming to see me personally and instead sent you two as errand boys, right? Ninth young lord, between all of us there's a certain friendship. Why make such demeaning comments? There's a friendship between me and you. How come I can't remember that? Since ninth young lord has such thoughts, this Kong won't say any more nonsense. Before leaving, second young lord told me that if ninth young lord is willing to surrender, not to embarrass you, lest you feel he isn't taking your brotherhood into account. For a question you know the answer to, why bother asking? Good. Why bother with all this crap? While the masters from my Nan family and the Siam family contain Ingjiu, everyone else just needs to rush over and seize him. Brother Kong, how about we make a deal? For this battle, only me and Ingjiu will fight. If you can beat us, then you will be able to complete the task my second brother gave you. Martial nephew, don't treat us as outsiders. Even if we die in this battle, we will not stand by and watch you suffer. You can't have any losses. I am a young family young lord. They won't dare kill me. Even if I can't defeat them, at worst they'll just capture me, but if there are casualties among you, how will I be able to face Grand Master? Yan Kai. Our martial uncles shouldn't fight, but I must. Pew pew pew. Brother Kong, sorry, I've changed my mind. There will be 3 of us participating in this fight from my side. Myself, Ingjiu, and my senior sister Su Yan defeat us, and I'll voluntarily withdraw from the inheritance war. Even in this situation, he's actually trying to protect them. It seems like those people are very important to Yan Kai. Ninth young lord, can you tell me why? It's simple, really. These people are my martial uncles and fellow brothers and sisters from my sect. If any of them were to be hurt, I'm afraid I wouldn't be able to control myself. If that were to happen and Brother Kong or Brother Chio weren't able to return to War City, it would be difficult to explain to the Kong family and Chio family. They're from High Heaven Pavilion? Young Lord Kong, don't agree. These wicked person, all of Thali deserve to die. We can't say that among these people another demon lord will descend. Killing them all is the best precaution. I think so too. Brother Kong, I think there's nothing wrong with agreeing to his proposal. At this moment, we have an absolute advantage. Killing these 100 people from High Heaven Pavilion wouldn't help Second Young Lord win the Inheritance War and would only forge a grudge between us and Yang Kai. So selling him a favor shouldn't matter. I also don't think Second Young Lord wants us to simply act ruthlessly. What Brother Chio says makes sense. Ninth Young Lord, I accept your proposal. For this battle, we will not involve the members of your sect, provided they don't interfere in any way, or else they will suffer the consequences of their own actions. Of course. Actually, this is also for your own good. Big words. Brother Kong, you don't have to waste time talking to him. Attack. HAA. Pew pew pew. Martial uncles, lead everyone else back to a safe distance. Ah. Such fighting strength. Hee hee. Just you two? Insufficient. Brother Khan, Ingjio seems to have broken through to the Immortal Ascension boundary 9th stage. Such arrogance. Since they can't handle him alone, we just have to send more people up. 2 Immortal Ascension 8 stages and 2 Immortal Ascension 7 stages, still not enough. If you want to contain me, you'll have to send more. It's Mad Tyrant Blood skill. Don't panic and join forces, we can defeat him. Pew pew pew. Pew pew pew. Pew pew pew. Be careful. 2 Immortal Ascension 7 stage cultivators were killed by him. What are you doing? Chase him. Fortunately, Second Young Lord is really far-sighted and gave us so many people to complete this task. Che. So many people and they can barely hold him. Although most of the masters are occupied, but there are Immortal Ascension 5th stage masters from 8 great families and a large number of masters from the 7 forces. The rest is up to us. It's our turn. This will be our 3rd time fighting side by side. 3rd time? Have you forgotten? The first time was inside the Inheritance Heaven's cave when you saved my life, and the 2nd time was below the Coiling Dragon stream when we brought up the rear. This will be the 3rd time. Does the first time count? Of course it counts. You've helped me 2 times before. This time, it's my turn to help you. Pew pew pew. These 4 people are different from ordinary Immortal Ascension Boundary 5th stage masters. I should be able to cope with 1.5. Me too. 9th Young Lord, pardon us for offending you. Conceited to the bone. 9th Young Lord, it's best if you don't rises. Boom. Get serious. 9th Young Lord is so strong. HAA. Can't see. Not good. Stay behind me. Clang. Ah. Get away. Su Yan. I'm fine. You guys are courting death. Pew pew pew. It's a mysterious grade artifact. Stop him. Try it if you can. The sky and the ground is. It created a barrier of ice around us. Such a powerful mysterious grade artifact, they have to quickly break through this artifact's barrier or the 4 of them may not be able to come out of there alive. The attack from the artifact didn't affect the girl beside him, now that I think about it. Not good, my true chi seems to be frozen. What about you? It's same. Those 2 haven't made any moves yet. But, even if they don't, it's just a matter of time before we freeze to death. Our only option is to wait for the people outside to help us get out of this barrier. How do you feel? My strength has increased a lot. I feel like I can do anything. Good, then from now on this artifact is yours to use. Really? I'll give it a try. Pew pew pew. What's happening? This, be careful. How about it? Still not enough. I can't do much against this artifact. Ask Brother Xiang and Brother Nan to come here and help. Young Master Xiang and Young Master Nan are on the opposite side where the people from High Heaven Pavilion is. What? What do you mean? Obediently surrender. If you resist, I have no problem playing with you. Two young lords, just now, my martial nephew reached an agreement with your leader. Are you going to go back on your word now? An agreement? I don't know anything about that. Why don't you try pointing out who made a deal with Yan Kai? Do you really think you High Heaven Pavilion trash are untouchable? After this young master is tramples all of you, what can Yan Kai say? You go too far. Ha 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 ha. Too far? Why don't you go ask Yan Kai and see if he knows the meaning of going too far? Capture them all. Kill anyone who dares to resist. It seems like Yan Kai cares a great deal about you. Let's find out just how you're really worth to him. What do you think you're doing? Young Lord Kong, do you think the four masters from your Kong family and Chiu family can capture Yan Kai inside that ice and snow barrier? What does that have to do with what you're doing right now? Naturally, my actions are related. If those four masters can't catch Yan Kai, this time's operation can basically be declared a failure. After dispatching so many people, we couldn't even defeat 3 people. If word of this were to spread, young Lord Kong, what the consequences would be, do I have to explain? What do you mean? I don't have any other meaning. Only want to say that as long as we have chips in hand, even if those 4 seniors fail, we'll still be in control. Yan Kai likely won't surrender because of them, but allowing us to leave shouldn't be an issue. Young Lord Kong also saw the power of his mysterious great artifact. If Yan Kai is determined to keep all of us here, could any of us possibly resent? Young Lord Kong wouldn't be worrying about a simple oral agreement with Yan Kai, right? Young Lord Kong, this is a critical situation. Do you want to see Yan Kai use that artifact to defeat all of us here? Young Lord Kong, please consider the greater good. I don't deny that. Hate Yan Kai to the extreme, but even without considering my personal feelings, this is our best option given the situation. So be it. Don't embarrass them too much. Just grab 2 people. Good. Good decision. Young Lord Kong. Capture them too. Good eyes. Slap. Bip bip. What is your name? Sumu. Sumu, seems High Heaven Pavilion really isn't ordinary. You can only bluff and bluster in front of me. Once my senior brother Yan comes out, you wouldn't dare. Pew pew pew. Enough. You really think I don't dare to kill you? You don't have the guts. Let him go. You really thought I wouldn't dare to kill you? Are you crazy? You bip. None of you bip is allowed to hit back. Pew pew pew. Pew pew pew. Pew pew pew. His means are so terrible. They won't die, but if they want to free themselves it will take them at least half a day. Weren't you guys standing on the opposite side? What are you doing here? Senior brother Yang, senior sister Su. What happened? Why are you panicking? Brother Su, how can they? Woo. 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 Sumu. Eat it. Martial uncle. Just do what you gotta do, the old man will help him stabilize. All right. I will pull out the sword on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Arg. Cough. Cough. Hold on, don't let your true chi run violent. Woo woo. 9th Lord, this. It was an accident. Who did it? 9th Young Lord, this is the inheritance war. It's normal for 1 or 2 people to be injured or killed. Even if he really died, that's all there is to it. Has 9th Young Lord not taken the lives of many others during this war? Who did it? It was them. Those 2 groups are the ones who wanted to kill Brother Su. Who was the one that did it? Xiang Chu. Nansheng. Arg. Young Lord Kong, I told you that the people from High Heaven Pavilion not participating in this battle was for your own good. It seems like you didn't believe me. Cough, cough. Cough, cough. If you weren't from the 8 great families, I would kill you where you stand. Nansheng, all of this stemmed from your actions. You tell me what we should do now. Lord Chiu, Yam Kai is just one man. What is there to fear? In the inheritance war, there's nothing wrong with one or two people being injured or dying. What's more, that kid isn't even dying. Bullshit. Yam Kai and young Lord Kong both warned you two not to touch those High Heaven Pavilion people. Chiu Zruo, you are Qiu Ming's brother. I don't want to embarrass you, so stand aside. Ninth young lord, your offer, this Chiu will have to decline. Seems you have some backbone. Why had Yam Kai summoned it again? He already used this artifact once during the attack on Yan Kang's mansion. It has outstanding defensive strength. It has the ability to swallow true chi-based attacks. Everyone prepare yourselves. Pew pew pew. Pew pew pew. Pew pew pew. Young Lord Chiu, we have to go. Everyone run for your life. Why are you all running? His artifact can't be used any longer, and after releasing such a big attack he's sure to be exhausted. Now is the best time to capture him. Young Lord Chiu, Young Lord Chiu. Where's Young Lord Chiu? Junior brother Xiang, let's go. Retreat. Do you think I'll let you go? You wait here for half a day before catching up. By that time, Su Mu's condition should be stable enough to travel. What about you? Those who dare harm our sex people must pay the price. We should be okay now, right? Ninth young lord doesn't put any weight on human lives. It's all that Nan Sheng and Xiang Chu's fault. If it weren't for those two beep, how could we have become so distressed? What did you say? My Nan family's young master was simply taking the bigger picture into consideration. What the hell do you count for? Considering the bigger picture? Han, bullshit. Nan Sheng and Xiang Chu were clearly just trying to find a way to vent their anger. You really think we don't know that your Nan and Xiang families have deep grudges with the ninth young lord and have repeatedly suffered losses at his hands? How dare you curse young Master Nan? Shut your dog mouth. Are you from the Nan family? What of it? Who else is from the Nan or Xiang family? If you don't speak, you can all die. Him. He's from the Xiang family. You traitor. Don't let me see you again in War City. Yes, yes, you will never see us again. Not far away. Stop. What? Not good. We are being suppressed by his divine sense. Arg. I only have two questions. Who is from Nan family? And who is from the Xiang family? After a day and night. We have been flying for a whole day. We should take some rest. Many people in the group have exhausted their true chi. If we keep going like this, we will die even before Yan Kai gets to us. All right. Has he gone crazy? All this for a single disciple from High Heaven Pavilion? I'm afraid we really crossed the line this time. Junior brother Xiang, what should we do now? We have to make it back to War City. There's no other option. As long as we return to Second Young Lord's mansion, we can still survive. Ninth Young Lord has caught up. You can't escape. Xiang family, Nan family, not one of you will survive. Ninth Young Lord, we're not Xiang family people, nor Nan family people. Then kill the people from the Nan and Xiang families around you. And I will spare your lives. Yang Kai, do you think you're something great? If not for having scruples about your identity, do you believe this young master would allow you to embarrass me so? Regarding this kind of thing, I'm just studying what you taught me back at Taifang Mountain. When you and Xiang Chu schemed against and wantonly bullied those around you, did you give a fuck about right or wrong? But now that you're faced with a young lord from a super family, do you only have the courage to escape? Seniors, I'm afraid I have no choice but to ask you all to stall him for a while. Young lord, rest assured that we elders will stop him here even if it costs us our lives. All of you must be careful, don't underestimate him. Ninth young lord, if you want to pursue our young masters, you must first pass us old masters. With just you? Boom. Disperse. Pew pew pew. Pew pew pew. Why are all of you struggling so hard when Xiang Chu abandoned you here as sacrifices? Even if he can escape to War City, I will still take his life. All of you will only die here in vain. Ninth young lord, there is no need to toke dissension among us. I am a member of the Nan family, and when I die my ghost will still be a member of the Nan family. It is our duty to protect the young lord's safety. Ninth young lord, since you are so confident about defeating us, why not let us see what heaven-defying methods you flosses? As you wish. I can't move. Devil transformation. Pew pew pew. Pew pew pew. This. What happened? If you stand in my way, then die. I told you, you're nothing but sacrifices, but you all still insisted on this foolish resistance. Pew pew pew. Pew pew pew. Ji Li, come with me. March towards War City and prepare for Yan Kai's return. What happened to Nansheng and Xiang Chu? You don't have to go out, young master will be back soon. He's already back? Although young master is back in the city, he doesn't seem to be headed towards the mansion. Where is he right now? He is moving to the southeast. Southeast, that's Yang Zhao's location. Damn it, who provoked young master? He's completely enraged now. This old master is going to rendezvous with him. Everyone keep up. We are going to Yang Zhao's mansion. At the same time, in Meng Wuya's room. That brat. Such a strong evil chi. Pew pew pew. Inside the Seal Temple. Brother Yang, that little brat from your family seems to have signs of devil's practices. You really don't care? If this continues, it's possible he will fall onto the devil's path. Each of us follows our own path. Why should this old master care if he lives or dies? If he really loses his mind and degenerates into a demon, what should we do? At that time, this old master will take the initiative to clean up his own house. It has nothing to do with any of you. Open the door. Where is second young lord? It seems he is in his private chambers. Second young lord, what happened? Something's happened. It sounds like the voices of Xiang Chu and Nansheng. Are they already back? They must be here to bring good news to second young lord. Hopefully so. Since it's good news, then it won't be too late if you listen to it a bit later. Don't make trouble. If it's really good news, I'll spoil you all night tonight. Then allow your Xian to help you dress. Second young lord. Second young lord. What happened? We've disappointed second young lord's expectations. Failed? With so many high-level masters, how could they still have failed? Explain. Engjio, he has broken through to the Immortal Ascension Boundary 9th stage. What else? Even if Engjio reached the Immortal Ascension Boundary 9th stage, that can't be the entire reason for this failure. There should have been more than enough of you to suppress Engjio even if he has broken through. Engjio was indeed pinned down, but... Yang Kai possesses 2 mysterious grade artifacts. Not only that, there was also the woman next to him. Then, and almost, the shield. Barrier. Then there was the ice mirror. Ninth brother's means are really terrifying. In future I must have countermeasures in place or it would be even worse. What about Kang Jian and Chiu Zruo? How come only you two have returned? Young Lord Kang, he was stabbed through his chest by Yan Kai with a sword and was seriously injured. He should still be healing. Xiang Chu, Nansheng, come out and face your death. Is it the voice of my ninth brother? What is the mean of this? Why has ninth brother suddenly come here? Yan Kai has been chasing us and probably just arrived. Idiot. Obviously he is chasing you. What I want to know is why. What haven't you told me? Cough. Speak, what the hell did you do to infuriate ninth brother so much? It's about some people from High Heaven Pavilion. Big Brother Nan injured one of High Heaven Pavilion's disciples. High Heaven Pavilion? The sect ninth brother was staying at? There's more to it than just that, right? Second young lord, it's like this, then. What? Are you really serious? What about Chiozruo? This? Unclear. We were separated on the way back. I don't know where he is now. Good, good, good. You guys are simply too great. Actually being thrashed so miserably by my ninth brother, you really live up to your names as young masters from first-class families. So many people at your disposal yet still unable to capture ninth brother. What use are you to me? Facing an enemy, one must use any means they are capable of. What you did wasn't wrong. If you had the ability to withstand ninth brother's revenge, I would simply clap my hands and applaud. But do you have such ability? Without possessing any such capability, your actions are nothing short of idiotic. You two are just stupid pigs blinded by your hatred. No matter whether our actions were right or wrong, Yan Kai is currently standing outside the mansion and shouting loudly. If second young lord just ignores him, I'm afraid no one will take second young lord seriously anymore. Trying to goad me using such obvious methods? Nansheng, you look down on me. I had no such intention. Please excuse my rudeness, second young lord. There is some truth to what you say. Ninth brother daring to seek trouble right outside my house, I really can't just ignore him. This time, I will protect you because you are still my allies. After today, you and your people can scram. War City has no place for you. Nor does the Yam family inheritance war. In order to win this inheritance war, both of our families had contributed a lot of manpower, materials, and money. If it wasn't for Yan Kai, if only that bastard Yan Kai didn't exist, how could we have fallen into such a terrible situation? It was also likely that because of this failure, our positions as family heirs would be removed as well. Two young lords, if you stand there, it is quite difficult for me to dress myself. Would you mind stepping out for a moment? Also, now that second young lord has gone out, shouldn't the two young lords chase after him? We are sorry, young lady Yi Xin Ro. Go! This Yan Kai is quite interesting. Even daring to injure Kang Jian like that. How bold, what does ninth brother want? Demonic Chi. Young master. What the hell is this guy? About the origins of that man, everyone wants to know. I only know, or the past half a year or so he was wandering around the ash-gray cloud evil land. And he killed a lot of people during that time. Oh? So, he's a man from the evil land? Probably not. Among the ash-gray cloud evil land's 6 great evil kings, there is no such person. But he seems to be very respectful towards ninth brother. Why is such a strong master so timid in front of him? Forget about him, your ninth brother is also impossible to understand. Ha ha ha. I didn't expect young Lord Lu to speak of someone of our generation like this. If ninth brother were to learn of this, I'm sure he'd be proud. I'm not qualified to evaluate him, and his future achievements will definitely be higher than mine. His achievements are already higher than yours. But like this, he will sooner or later fall to the devil's path, so even if he possesses great strength and amazing aptitude, with his body's true chi being corroded by such thick evil chi, he won't be able to suppress it. Master, they are here. Yan Kai. What happened? Are you still? Little Lord. Young Master, your current look suits old servant very much. Ha ha ha, we master and servant really share a common fate. Since you've come back, why didn't you return to the mansion but instead came here? What is it you hope to accomplish? Kill Xiang Chu and Nan Sheng. Xiang Chu and Nan Sheng, although not on the same level as the young lords and young ladies of the central capital 8 great families, they are still successors to first-class families. Such people could not be killed recklessly. Yes. Yan Kai, can't we go back first? Let's go back and talk about this, see if there's a more suitable way to kill Nan Sheng and Xiang Chu and calm your anger. If you insist on acting right now, there's no way for you to really kill those two. Yang Zhao's mansion has too many cultivators right now. Even if all of us rush in, we may not be able to cut them down. So let's go back first, okay? Yes, Yang Kai, let's go back first and discuss things. It'll be fine even if we leave things as they are for a day or two. Yes, let's go back. Let's go, Yang Kai. Do you all see me as some kind of child? I'm really all right, you don't have to worry. Good, I'll believe that you are really okay, but you just said that you wanted to kill Xiang Chu and Nan Sheng. How do you plan on killing them? This is Yan Zhao's compound, and there are nearly 1,000 cultivators in it, 5 times our current number. You put too much value on those two. The difference in number doesn't mean anything. Second brother is a cautious person, and he won't act unless he is certain of his victory. It's absolutely impossible for him to launch a full-scale war here with me for them. He still has scruples about Big Brother. His objective is to win the final victory in the inheritance war. As for me, I don't care. Ninth brother, what is your intent? Second brother's methods are simply outstanding. This time, ninth brother was almost defeated. Ninth brother, for the sake of a single wounded High Heaven Pavilion disciple, is all of this worth it? You bringing your people to block second brother's door. Do you think that's really appropriate? Or perhaps, you think second brother is easy to bully. Second brother, I have no other purpose in coming here today, I just want to kill those two. With me here, do you think you can kill them? Then there's nothing more to discuss. Everyone, spread out. Hee. Roar. Ninth brother, are you really planning to fight second brother here and now? If we fight now, then eldest brother going to get the most benefits. Second brother, I meant what I said, I just want to kill those two. If you hand them over, I'll immediately retreat. Impossible. Ninth brother. Since you and second brother have similar scruples, I have a suggestion. Do you care to listen? Go on. This incident can be considered an internal matter of our Yang family. Since it is an internal matter, only those from the Yang family should participate. You want to kill, I want to protect. Whoever methods prove superior will have their way. How about it? Only Yang family people can participate? Including blood warriors, right? Naturally, although the blood warriors are not surnames Yang, they are still members of my Yang family. Then we'll do as second brother says. Ha ha ha. Said it and meant it. Yu Xian. Ninth brother. Ninth brother. This is the end. Yang Kai. Behind you. Second brother, did you really think that ninth brother didn't know what you were planning? That was close. You already knew? What do you think? It turns out the other blood warrior in Yang Zhao's house has already broken the chi binding seal. Cough. Then why did you agree? Why would I not agree? You can't stop me. Little Lord, although all of us blood warriors deeply admire you, being ignored so is still quite grating. In order to prove my strength, I won't hold back any longer. Then go ahead and try to stop me. Pew pew pew. 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 Disperse. How is this possible? How can this little lord use such potent power? Am I dreaming? Move away from the black gas. The gap in strength between me and his ninth brother. It is simply the difference between heaven and earth, and I'm afraid that, for the rest of my life, it would be impossible for him to catch up with the ninth brother's pace. Second young lord. Don't let yourself be affected by the evil chi. Little lord, forgive me for this offense. What? It is impossible for me to defeat a blood warrior head-on. Humph. Since refining it until now, I felt like I was not able to fully synchronize with it. I'll make this bet. We are heirs of first-class families. Yang Kai, if you dare kill us, you will regret it. I don't care if you are the heirs to first-class family. If it had been a head-on fight and you had wounded my people, I would have nothing to say, But since you dared go behind my back and plot against them, you must pay the price. Stop him. Mad tyrant blood skill. Pew pew pew. Pew pew pew. What happened?